Hello there, welcome back to some more Borderlands 3. In the last episode what we did is we found out about a place called Necrotafeo where we're going to go. This is the map, Desolation's Edge. This is the Iridian homeworld that we've been looking for like 3 games.
Bounty hunting and a band of outlaws, huh? I've always wanted to star in a western. Let's do it!
Necrotafeo.
Vault Hunter, we're tracking Typhon de Leon's echo frequency and sending the coordinates to you.
This is all quite overwhelming.
Lots of crimson radios. No, it's just lots of everything. But this map, it's logged.
Pandora was a vault the entire time. Now we've located the Iridian homeworld. You're about to meet Typhon de Leon in the flesh. If you'll excuse me, I must take a power nap in my Saurian.
Okay. So, we're not actually going to explore this right now. We're going to go back through the other levels, now that I've got a place to go, and explore the rest of what's going on. So, firstly, I'm going to go to Pandora. Great Vault is a place that I can go. I don't need to go there, but I can. I have to cycle through these things, otherwise it doesn't... Oh, okay, it's just going to keep telling me. That's fine. Right, so I'm going to go through each zone and find the Iridian, like, areas. I don't know why I didn't explore the rest of this bit. That's odd. But it says it's 100% complete, so I guess I don't care. But yeah, I'll go through each one. I'll tell you where we are and tell you what we're doing. Because there's lots of places where I'm almost finished, but not quite finished. So I need to keep going until I find all the things I'm missing. And in this case, there's a dead drop I haven't gotten. So we'll start there. We'll clean up all the things until we run out of things to clean up. Or until half an hour goes by, okay? See you in a second. Okay, so the first thing is this Iridian doofer that I can now activate.
The Destroyer. A practical name for an incomprehensible evil. Surely it has had millions of names more poetic or subtle. But none of the civilizations who coined them survived to pass them on, or anything else for that matter. Only the Destroyer itself knows for sure how long it has been tearing through the universe, eating its own name.
That one's now done, but this one over here is not done, as we can see. So I'll see you in a minute when we get the next thing. Okay, on my travels I found the last Pandoran log that I've got.
Hey, fellow adventurers! This is Typhon de Leon. Some history dweebs paid me a buttload to record an echo series about my adventures. Typhon, shit. Here's the old one. Angry Saurian broodmother, runaway sandwich, long story. Hey-ho, I was born to a family of turd farmers. A lot of money in turds those days. Good, dependable fuel turds. That's why I always say, if you step in crap, consider the upside.
Fascinating. It seems that although Typhon de Leon disappeared decades ago, just after finishing his Echo series, his generosity extends beyond the grave. He left a weapons cache for his fans.
Of course, there's not going to be anything to write home about, but that's not the point. I think I need to go a bit further in the story just to get the text box to fix itself. And then once it's fixed itself, I should be able to get the subtitles back on, which will be good.
I do not know how the Iridians became aware of the Destroyer. They never spoke of a time before it. But I suspect that they went searching for it, or something like it. And for their curiosity, they were rewarded with doom.
Okay, then get the Typhon Dead drop, and then we'll be good to go. Which is over there. So I'll see you when I get that. Hopefully it'll be 100% completion then, and if it isn't, then we'll figure out why.
Oh, I could get used to this. That one needed more training.
Okay, and with that cash, we've got 101%. I'm going to look up how high the percentage can actually go, so we can see whether I need to keep going on or not. But otherwise, you'll hear from me in the next place. See you then. Okay, so it looks like the completion percentage is a bit, like, wacky. So, because it's wacky, I'm going to essentially ignore it for the most part. Because, look, for example, like this Iridian writing isn't done, but I've still got 104% completion. So, it's a bit random, but I'm going to just explore the whole thing and try and get all the Iridian writings, if nothing else. So, I'll see you when we do this next one in Ascension Bluff.
The Destroyer is ever hungry. Perhaps that is obvious when regarding a horror that gnaws on the edges of galaxies. But its appetite only grew as it ate the stars, never stopping even to swallow.
Okay, so that's that one done. On to the next thing. Okay, as I was looking through the Devil's Razor, I saw this thing. It says the Trial of Survival. As far as I know, this is like another thing entirely, so I'm not going to do that now. I'm going to focus purely on the Iridian writings, of which I don't see anything right now, so I'm going to leave that one out and come back to the next one. And I'll keep seeing you when I get to the next Iridian writings, which there's one. Yeah, there's another trial there. Okay. So I'll just have to remember where they are. That's fine. I'll, yeah, see you in a second.
The momentous task of caging the Destroyer was made all the more difficult by its intelligence. It understands the beings it consumes and the cultures it dissolves. To trick such a being required a great sacrifice, a lure. Millions of lives that entered Pandora ahead of its captive, tempting it further inward. I can only hope they were already dead when I closed the gate behind it.
Okay. On to the next one. Okay, here's the next.
All prisoners must be fed, even the Destroyer. The Iridians devised of a feeding slot that calls wayward souls to open it every 200 years. A cruel surprise for those that open this false vault. But in exchange, the small morsel will keep the Destroyer sedate over the eons. In any case, the victims will not be in pain for long.
Okay, so that's that one done. On to the next one, which is actually just here.
Pandora's upper mantle is made of solid iridium. It is this shell that now holds the Destroyer tightly in its bonds. The pressures and energies at work beneath the surface of the planet are titanic in scale. If the cycle is disrupted in any way, it is entirely possible that the iridium will force its way to the surface. I fear such a thing might attract the wrong kind of attention.
Okay, so we're still missing 12% here. I'm not quite sure why yet. But I'll figure that out when I do the second pass of exploring all the things. All I definitely care about is getting all of the messages. I've already been playing for 31 minutes, by the way, just so you know. Right, let's go to Conrad's Hold, but actually, like before, we're going to go to the Slaughter Shaft because it's faster to warp there and then warp back again than it is to go all the way. Okay, next.
not all shared the desperate optimism of the Iridians. There were some who hoped to appease the Destroyer and save their own souls by attacking the yet unfinished Pandora. They were met by another of the Iridians' creations, the Warrior. Though their coup was obliterated, the Warrior now sleeps in its own vault, ready to defend it from any who would further trespass against Pandora.
Thank you. We kill a lot of these guys just about, just like, not on purpose, but they've been around, so I kill them. Like legendary monsters just reappear. That's that one. That's 104% complete now. Okay. Sandblast Scar is next. Supposedly quite a lot we haven't done here. I don't see anything particularly like troublesome. The Cathedral of the Twin Gods has its own one, so I guess that's the one I'll do next. See you then.
The Iridians knew of the flaw in their design. The cost of putting the Destroyer in its chains meant that there was no one left to throw away the key. All they could do was disguise it, and so it would forever hang in the sky. A small, cold, tidally locked moon, unremarkable to the dwellers on the surface of the planet.
Let's make this quick. You're fully energized.
Okay, that's that one done. Well, we're getting towards completion. The Great Vault, does that have anything? I don't think so, right? No. The Slaughter Shaft doesn't have anything either. Storm Boiling Complex is obviously its own thing, which is probably why a lot of the completion's down, but Karas Canyon doesn't have anything either. So, that's really, for now, all we can do here. Unless there's some writing here which I don't know about, which I guess I could go and look. But in case you're wondering, the Ascension Bluff bit of the map that you can't get to is actually, you just can't. There used to be like a raid boss there or something. They moved it from the beta to the main game, so you just can't go there. Right, so next planet. Pandora's the most full, so the other planets shouldn't be as bad. Promethea is like a lot less full. Meridian Outskirts has a quest there for the Trial of Discipline, okay. But we're also missing 2 logs here somehow. So I will find those. Because that's going to be a side quest as well, I'm guessing. Right, so let's start here and I'll run around and try and find the logs that I've missed somehow. I guess I'll actually go here and fuck about. Alright, see you then. Okay, there's a log here.
There'd been rumors about the Iridian since the expansion days, but no one had found Bupkis. Those days, Atlas was paying top dollar for artifacts. Well, it wasn't like I could farm turds for a living, so I took up adventuring. Thing is, the gangs were shaking down freelancers. But I said to myself, Typhon, if you don't want to end up back on Pandora, you better put your keys down the line.
And the third log is here.
I thought a city like Promethea would be crammed full of opportunity. But actually it was a tinderbox of violence and greed. Corporations were pulling out, calling the joint a dead end. People were starving, eating stone soup and boiled ranch to get by. But somehow, I survived. It was a real wrong place at the right time type of situation. You know, sometimes the trick to being successful is just staying in the game longer than the other guy.
Ha! Down you go!
Atlas Corporation seems to have reformed itself under the CEO-ship of Reese, but it has a dark and troubled past. Typhon left behind another loot cache for you, sending the location now.
top of this shaft, we've got Typhon log. Not that any of this is going to be any good to me whatsoever, but I'll sell it anyway. Okay, that's that zone done. On to the next one, the Metroplex. There's a one right here, okay. And 2 more logs as well. So we'll do that now. Okay, so here's the Iridian writing.
I have never known a time without my sisters. Even when one passes and a new siren receives her markings, she always finds her way to the sisterhood. It seemed the will of the universe that sirens be together, our lives entwined like an unseen braid.
Here's the first log. I don't know how I didn't see it.
Before I found that vault, Atlas was lagging behind the other guys. They'd almost got wiped out during the corporate wars, and were looking to rise from the ashes like the... what's it called? That Firebird. Anyway, Atlas was just throwing explorers at every dig site they could find. Now, I never thought growing up on Pandora would do me a lick of good, but I spent my childhood hunting Iridian ruins, and that gave me the edge. How about that? Pandora's good for something. Aslan de Vega, my partner slash nemesis. He talked a big game, but there was a reason why he was down on his luck. He was lazy, but I was hungry to prove myself. Then one time, we were wandering through the Casmerian quarry, and I fell through some brittle rock. Aslan calls down, "Nice knowing you, De Leon," grabs my stuff and splits. Well, I had to find another way up, and bam, that's when I found the vault. I guess the moral is, sometimes you gotta fall before you make it big.
Hey.
Hearing De Leon's account gives me chills. That or Claptrap interfaced with my lab's life support system again. Either way, another of Typhon's caches has been revealed.
That's over here. So I'll go and gather that, shall I? Okay, and with that, it's 102% complete. That's good. There's also the Cisterna Slaughter, which is a place I should at least go into so that I can unlock the map there, because I'm going to have to do that at some point when I'm doing the rest of the cleanup of the trials and so forth. I should at least investigate it, because it's definitely going to lead somewhere. I probably saw it and thought, well, it's not a map I need to go to, so I'm not going to worry about it, but I do, in fact, have to care. But not yet.
Bounty hunting and a band of outlaws, huh? I've always wanted to star in a Western. Let's do it!
Soon, but not yet.
Nobody does bullets better than Marcus munitions.
I'm going to sell all this crap I've got right now.
Everyone has their price. Support local business. Sell to Marcus.
That was 4 Wrath. I probably have swapped.
Happy to help.
I don't think you ever get. You're very likely to get that.
For the work with class. You can see yourself out.
Okay, right. I've been going now for an hour and 6 minutes. So I'm going to do the rest of Pandora, and then I'm going to take a break myself. The electricity has one. I'll do that. Yeah, I'm going to take a break, but I'm going to finish off the Promethean stuff. Let's have a look at what we've got to do. I guess I'll just have a look on the old maps and see what I've got to find. But yeah, first we'll go to Electricity. See you then. Okay, next one.
Sirens have been hunted for as long as they have existed. Hunted out of fear, out of jealousy, out of misguided greed. The Sisterhood was our way of passing down the craft of staying hidden and staying alive when hiding was no longer an option.
Okay, cool. That's that one. If we go next to Skyward 27, we'll see that there's an Iridian log in here. I've got to go get it. So I'll see when I get that. I can find it hard to see on this map of all blue right now, but I know it exists. So I'll see you when I do that. Okay, so I found this part of the level I'd not seen before, which got me some more completion. Sometimes I just talk to remind myself in the edit that I have to come and look for this stuff. Now I just got to get to the Iridian writing. Here it is.
No thread is ever truly cut. It can be tied to another, whether knotted by careful fingers or tangled by chance. Every siren must decide what will happen when the thread reaches its end.
Okay, so that's Skyward 17. Atlas HQ's next. We've got a lad up here. What do we have to do? So let's do that one. Okay, here's the next one.
To inherit a siren's gift is also to inherit her curse. This is the choice of the siren presented with death. Pass on the gift and burden someone worthy, or release it and burden an unknown soul who has no idea that the entire universe is about to want them dead.
Support local business. Sell to Marcus. You know where to find
Okay,
me.
that's that one done. Now it says we're 100% complete, but I don't believe you. I shall have a look at the old map. In the Neon Arterial, there is one. I don't see it on the map. Oh yes I do. It's here. So I want to go to the Forgotten Basilica and walk backwards because it'll be much faster than doing it the other way. So I'll do that.
Bounty hunting.
When the Iridians found me, my sisters tried to fight them off. But I stopped them. I saw what lay behind their open hands. I knew that anyone who would ask for my help was already lost.
Okay, so that's 108% completion of the zone. And I think now, assuming that Eschaton Vo doesn't have anything, which I think it doesn't. In fact, there's nothing in here, so it doesn't even count. On the map I've got, it doesn't even count it as a level. Because there's nothing there. Yeah. Okay. So with that, I think if I hide everything, I think I've gotten everything I need to get. If I go back to looking at challenges and go back further, go to Pandora, there's some stuff missing in some of these things. But I think now that now I understand what I'm looking at. It's red chests, it's locations, it's other things like that. So, but I've got all the Iridian writings. I wish there was just a way to explain, like to expand what's missing. I guess a hijack target is one of them. Okay. That's good to know. I never found it. And then obviously the side quests and things and locations and perhaps other stuff too. But yeah, so I'm not going to end the episode here because I'm not done, but I will be back in different clothes tomorrow doing Athenas, which is only going to be one thing. If we go back that level. Oh, I guess Athenas is just the level, isn't it? So, assuming there's the Iridian artifact there on Athenas I'll get. And then I'll complete Eden 6 as well. And that will be all the things I need to do. There's lots of stuff we're missing here. But I will endeavour to do such a thing. But yeah, I'll see you in just a second, which will be another few days for me. See you then. Okay, I'm back. I'm actually in the Cistern of Slaughter because I've done an interim episode that's actually going to come out later than this one. But that's fine. Let's carry on. We've got to do the rest of this. We've done Promethea. Now we're going to go to Athenas and get the relic thingy-bobby here. This won't take long, so I'll see you when I get that. Okay, let me translate this.
As the Siren Sisterhood, we were the keepers of many answers, but our own nature remained elusive. We never knew our origins, nor our purpose. In this way, we are still undeniably mortal.
Cool. Right, so that's that. Now we're on to Eden 6. We'll go to the Floodmore Basin. Have we got? We have. Have got. I guess I should have a look at the higher level of the map than this. Yeah, I'm missing 3 things in Floodmore Basin. We'll worry about what they are later. But the Trial of Instinct is probably one of them. The Iridian Writing might be one of them. And it's probably just a location then or something silly. But yeah. The Iridian Writing is... I had it and then I've lost it. Where'd it go? Here. So it's faster to go from here then. See you when I get there.
I do not believe the Iridians intended the Guardians to be their heirs. Though they are technological marvels, they were held back from true emergence, kept in the dark to be of greater use. I wonder if they resent their creators more. Even the sharpest knife is still a simple tool.
You even trying? Feels so good. Making headlines.
That's that. So now we're 100% complete here as well. And it looks like that did count as one of the things. That's fine. The anvil is next. There's one right at the entrance of the anvil. That's helpful. Right.
The vaults operate as self-contained prisons. The Guardians have no need to serve as jailkeepers, only as sentinels at the walls. Why then bring them so close to consciousness? What purpose has a thinking spear?
Good question. Okay, Voracious Canopy is next from the looks of it. Yep, here's one. We'll go over here and get that next. See you in a second.
I suspect that some Guardians are keener than others. I've seen them acting of their own accord and even heard them speak. What spark do they have that the others lack? Was it freely given or stolen like the fire of the gods?
Okay, Amber Maya has 2. So let's go get those 2.
The soul of a Guardian is little more than data to be transferred from one shell to another. I have never seen where they reside, if not in their physical bodies. And I suspect I never will. A soldier who cannot be killed in their sleep is a dangerous one.
Okay. That's not the end of it, because there's another one over the other side. I might as well go get that then too.
Since the Guardians are not bound to individual bodies, it is nearly impossible to know how many the Iridians might have made. An uncountable army, hidden below the surfaces of 100 worlds. We are fortunate that they rarely stray far from their wards.
Okay. That's that. Now the Black Bell Cellars. One over there. So my guess is it's faster to go from the floating tomb than it is to actually go from the cellars.
I have seen Guardians change their own bodies, lengthening their blades or strengthening their armor as they require. I wonder how far they might change themselves now, in the absence of their makers.
Okay, so as far as I know, that's all the things that I know of to do, because the other thing is Necrophea, which we haven't actually done yet, so we'll do that next time. So that's the end of this super long get all the Iridian stuff. It might actually not be that long, but maybe it is. We'll find out. I'll see you guys next time when we do an arms race. Well, for you it'll be the cistern, and then it'll be the arms race. See you then. Goodbye.